player, Gary Anderson, that I really do feel that no matter how far behind he is, he can still win because of his scoring power. It is ludicrous at times.
99.
And it is a great action as well. I mean, he just brings that dart back to the eye as if the V of the flight is a sight on the end of a gun and then just a fast release as Lewis sticks in 2 bullseyes. But realistically, Anderson, 6 darts from here.
92.
Adrian now looking for the treble 20. He's gone a bit low on there, so he's just looking to set this up, which he didn't
54.
do. Gary needs to get a leg on the board. He wants 82. There's the bullseye. There's the double 16. 4-1 to Adrian Lewis, and Gary needed that.
Yeah, and how cruel a blow to himself when he takes out a clean shot like that, and you can see as he walked to the board, the little smile, raised the hand to say, well, I couldn't have done that in that leg where I had, what did he have, 6 darts in a double?
121.
Yeah, indeed. It's we mentioned it before, we're mentioning it again. It's a strange, strange game.
46.
There we see that throw. Look how that is as perfect as it can get. It just brings that back. As soon as the flight gets in line with the eye, it's just a powerful release right at the target.
Yeah, the only thing that can go wrong with Gary's throw, that he can take the power away from it, and that's the only thing that can go wrong.
61.
Yeah, he don't have a lot of problem with his line, just his length. And as they say in golf, you know, should it have been an 8 iron
130.
or a 7.5? You know, it is literally a little bit like that. As we see this, he just fills it up. You know, I normally say people to slow down in that sort of situation, but with Anderson, I wouldn't want him to slow down because I think that would upset his rhythm.
Yeah, I think he's a law unto himself. He can do what he likes, if you ask me, because he's just showbiz. As he's looking for double 18, quickly made it 4-2 and a break. If he holds, well, game on.
Yeah, 2 clinical finishes, 82, then 96, and that was against the throw. So he's back in this game at 4-0. You're thinking, well, Lewis should run away with it, but as we said, you can never say die with these players because of their prolific treble 20 scoring.
There's one thing I do think about Gary Anderson, as we see Adrian hit a 180 right at the start of the leg. You never know about a 9 with these two. But as I said about Gary, when he wants the 96, you think he's going to go pop, pop. The 82, pop, pop. But when he has 3 darts at a double, he has too much time to think.
Well, we say that about the Dutch as well, Van Gerwen, Jelle Klassen and Van der Voort at times. And it's strange that happens. Do you go to the board and think, well, I've got 3 darts. If I miss with the first one, it don't matter. I think that's the attitude. Phil Taylor doesn't have that attitude. Eric Bristow certainly didn't have that attitude in his day.
Well, if I'm honest, Rod, I've always thought, right, I want to get it first dart for one reason. I don't want to miss with the second to be under pressure on the third. The first dart is paramount at a double. It has to go.
128.
So would you say, as we just watched Lewis here on the 130, well, he wants double 5 for a 5-2 lead.
120.
Now Anderson coming back, 16 for double top, likes the double top route. I was just about to say, Wayne, before that, so people like Anderson, Van der Voort, Klassen, would you think they prefer the 56 than the double top? Because Anderson, 3 clinical finishes because he's got the rhythm.
100.
When you're going up with 3 darts in your hand, you haven't got the rhythm. So would you say 56 for him than 40?
It does seem really silly to say, but yes, I totally agree.
99.
If you look at the way he took out the 96, it was clinical. The 82, clinical. To be honest, that was never in doubt, that 56. It really wasn't. And as you said about the rhythm, there's no hesitancy from hitting a 16 to the tops. And it's quite a way. It's a switch. It's a switch, and they just prefer it. These quick players, I really do believe, could do with wasting a dart, which is madness.
140.
It is madness when we're talking about perfection in this game. But in reality, it's what works. There's another maximum goes in from Gary Anderson. And, I mean, at 4-0 down, we said that you can't write these players off. It's Lewis needs double 14.
93.
Missed a dart there, a dart in the previous leg. How close can this be?
This could have been one-way traffic as he wants double 14. The finishing of these two. 4-4 at the break.
Well, 4 legs apiece. Anderson against Lewis, and Wayne, what a game. As we see Gary Anderson take out the double 14. He was 4 legs to 0 down, missing doubles all over the place. All of a sudden, 4 absolute clinical finishes.
Yeah, it's to be honest, it's not what I expected from the game, as in one runs away and
40.
which was Adrian. Gary catches up. I just thought it'd be nip and tuck all the way. But the thing is with these two players is you've just got no idea what they're going to do. They can go mediocre every now and again, but that's very rare. But what they normally do is just pummel that 60.
Yeah, you talked about box office earlier on, players that are box office, some other players that are not. I know the Premier League crowd used to love you, used to love Peter Manley, you know, because you've got, you know, the interaction with the crowd.
78.
But these are perfect for Premier League, aren't they? I mean, because of their high scoring, they're so quick. As we see, Lewis can't miss that. I mean, you know, he could probably give him another 3 darts and he put another 3 in there. There's so much room.
Yeah, I totally agree with the box office and showbiz. The way these two play is, how can I put it? You don't want to miss a dart, do you? You really don't. As we see Adrian, he would love to stay there and hit another one, wouldn't he, and bust?
145. Gary, you require 130.
This could hurt if Anderson could take it out. 4 legs on the trot. He's done. He won't take the 5th leg out. So now Lewis. Now,
82.
I love the double 18, Wayne. I know you did, but the double 9 route. Oh, that's a dodgy one.
You put the spanner in the works there, Rod.
Game shot
He doesn't
over the
dislike it.
leg.
I totally agree with you. Double 18 is a lovely double for, I'm going to say it, for someone of about 6'1", 6'2", a right-hander that holds his arm quite high. I think it's absolutely perfect. I really do. But the double 9 is an
58.
absolute stinker.
It's a bit like the double 10, straight up there to double 5, isn't it? There's such a switch. But that double 18, you've come from perfectly on your iron line. If you point your finger out, you point at double 18. You've got to come right across your shoulder line. It's a total alien to your natural throw.
97.
Yeah, that double 9 has won me a few games. I can probably name them on one hand, but all those that it's lost me,